All right, honors algebra 2 and algebra 2. I'm going to make a probably a longer video here for your matrix game plan. We're getting the point of time where some folks are being quarantined and whatnot. Wanted to give you a video here to help you out. All right, get my calculator ready. So, first page here, I'm just going to quickly go over. We got a lot of answers, actually. So give the dimensions of each matrix. Again, it's row by column. So those are the answers. You got 2 rows in number 1 and 3 columns. Remember, rows here goes horizontally, columns go vertically. We can add and subtract matrices if we have the same dimensions, then we just correspond. Look how the -7 goes with the 6 and 5. 3 corresponds with -9. 8 would correspond with -11. You cannot add number 6 there. All right. Anyway, we should have gone over page 1 in class, but here are some answers. Pause this whenever you need to. Here on 9, we got some subtraction. All right, not a very tough page. Number 11, I did change in a few classes that to a 16 there. So multiply by -3/4, multiply by 2/3, then add them up. Same type of deal here on 12. On 13, you want to add those 2 matrices together, then multiply by -6. On 14, you're going to multiply by 7, then multiply by 8, then add the matrices together. Now, looking here at 15 and 16, I took A, multiplied it by 4, took B and doubled it, and then added 2 matrices together. On 16, I just took matrix D and multiplied everything in it by a -4. All right, so page 3 here, multiplying matrices. We could multiply if those 2 inner numbers here, the number of columns in A is equal to the number of rows in B. If those match, then yes, we can multiply them together, and they will have dimensions M by T. So number 1, 4 matches with 4, so yes, AB has a product and is 2 by 3. Number 2, it's not possible. You can add and subtract A and B because they have the same dimensions, but this 3 does not equal that 5. Not possible. Number 3 here is a yes, 6 equals 6, so the dimensions are 4 by 3. And then in number 6 here, yes, those 2 inner numbers, 1 equals 1, so the dimensions are 3 by 3. Looks like by hand we'll do them in class. You can't type this in your calculator, so algebra 2, by that time we might learn. Just type in matrix A, type in matrix B, and you'll get a product. All right, so let's actually go to page 6 here. The determinants of a 2 by 2, just the difference of the cross products. You do -4 times 5 minus 12 times 8. We should have done that in class. Number 6 here, -5 times 11 minus 2 times -11. 4's got a special answer. 3 times 12 minus 9 times 4. 36 minus 36 is 0. And that is a very special answer there. All right, and we are moving on. Not really going to talk about page 7. Going to talk here about page 8. So honors algebra 2, we would have done page 8 this past Thursday. So goodness, can you imagine trying to do this one by hand? What would you try to eliminate? There's really no variable big N to be eliminated. I didn't even give you that much room. So what we're going to do is we're going to solve the previous page. You saw matrix X equals A inverse, matrix A inverse times matrix B. And then I can get matrix X, which is my solutions, X, Y, and Z. So matrix A is the coefficients. 8x, -4y, 7z going on equation 2, 5x, 6y, 3z, 3x, 7y, -8z. Matrix A times matrix X equals matrix B, which are the coefficients, 34, -21, -85. Make sure all those numbers are correct. Then here is how you have to pretty much use the TI-84, okay? Either you have the 84 plus, regular 84, or the 84 CE. You need this one. So what we keep hitting here, it's about as good as I can go, is second x to the -1st, because you see the matrix, second x to the -1st. Then you are inside this matrix application. All right. So it says names right now, names and A. That's good. I'm going to go over to edit, and it's over edit and A. And I'm going to hit enter. So matrix A is a 3 by 3. Let's say yours had like 2 by 4. You would just go up and you'd hit 3, enter, 3, enter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in all those numbers for matrix A into this matrix. So I'm going to hit 8, enter. -4, enter. 7, enter. 5, enter. 6, enter. 3, enter. 3, enter. 7, enter. -8, enter. After I hit enter there, I'm going to hit second X to the negative first. Again, go back into the Matrix app homepage, so to speak. I'm going to go over to edit. I'm going to go down to B. B is a 3 by 1. I was just changing it there. If it said like 2 by 2 here, I'd hit 3, enter, 1, enter. Now it's a 3 by 1. If I accidentally hit 1 by 3, well, then I have a horizontal matrix. I want a vertical one, so I just arrow up and then go to the right, 3, enter, 1, enter. 34, enter, -21, enter, -85, enter. And when that is in, I hit second mode, I quit out. I want my home screen to literally have A inverse B. So I go into the Matrix app again. I hit second X to negative first. Where I see names in A, that's where I hit enter, because I want to call on Matrix A here. So now I got Matrix A. Folks, I have literally been hitting X to the negative first this entire time, so I just hit X to the negative first. Now I have A inverse on my screen. And one more time, I hit second X to the negative first. And I go down to names B and I hit enter. Now my home screen has A inverse B. I hit enter. And I have an answer of -3, -4, and 6. And that is my X, Y, and Z. -3, -4, and 6. And folks, we just did that over and over in class. All right, so what you do the same thing here on 10. Again, you really need my calculators. If there is no X or Y present, you got to put a 0. So that's what makes 9 and 10 interesting. 9 is going to have a few zeros in there, as does 10. 10, there is no Y in the second equation. So we put a 0 there. On 9, matrix A would be 4, -5, 0, 7, 0, 3, 0, 8, -5. That's matrix A. And I'd be multiplying it by matrix X. Again, this is all from the previous page, which we kind of skipped over here, but not in class. Okay, again, this is the work no matter what class you're in. I want to see X equals A inverse B, and I'd go about finding my answer. In fact, let's do that one together, and then I think we will be in good shape on those. All right, so what I do is I hit second X to negative first. I go over to edit A, and I got to edit A. A is again a 3 by 3, and I got to see, I know you guys can't see that very well, but 4, enter, -5, enter, 0, enter, 7, enter, 0, enter, 3, enter, 0, enter, 8, enter, -5, enter. There's matrix A. I do the same thing here with B. Second X to negative first. Go over to edit, down to B, hit enter. Again, B is a 3 by 1, so I hit enter, enter there. All right, -2, -47. Again, make sure you put a negative. -63. That is what B is. Very good. I hit second mode to quit out. And notice A inverse B was the last thing I typed in, so I can hit enter one more time, and it will give me my answer, -8, -6, and 3. Those are very nice answers, no decimals, nothing like close to 100 or anything. I'm feeling pretty good about that. And that is what we really need the calculator for. All right, here's page 9 in Augmented Matrix, kind of what we did on the last page. This was supposed to be Y, and that was supposed to be Z. All right, it goes X, Y, Z, ... or a straight vertical line down, followed by what's your equations are equal to your constants here. All right. On number 2, you just have X and Y. X, Y, answer, X, Y, answer. 4, you got some zeros involved. In the second equation, you have no y, got to put a 0 there. In the third equation, you have no x, got to put a 0 there again. X, y, z, answer. And then 5 and 6, given the augmented matrix, write the system. X, y, answer. So 2x plus 1y equals 6. 6x minus 2y equals 0. And on 6 here, x, y, z, answer. 6x plus 5y plus 2z is a -1. And then you can see how it finishes. All right, that was one we did in class. No answers there. All right, this is one that's still in your packet. Folks, the additive inverse is just what we saw on the previous page. I believe it talked about the 0 matrix. All of the elements, the numbers inside are 0. So the additive inverse would be what numbers would you add to those elements to get 0? So it's literally the opposites, the opposite numbers. All right, here at the bottom of the page, example 5, I have matrix X plus another matrix equals another 2 by 2. So if I want matrix X all by itself, I need to subtract this matrix away from that one. Okay, so 10 minus a -1, 7 minus 0, -4 minus 2, and 4 minus 5. That's how I get those numbers. All right, you don't have this one anymore, so we're going to keep moving. You don't have that one either. All right, so again, I just gave you some. This is already A times X equals B, so you just need to type in A inverse B. This is matrix A, that's matrix B. Type it in your calculator. Number 2, matrix A, you need to make 1, 1, 1, 4, 5, 0, 0, 1, -3 for the coefficients. Matrix B is 4, 3, -10. Make sure you put -10 in there. This is what Honors Algebra 2 did on Thursday. Got to make matrix A, 0, 9, 2, 3, 2, 1, 1, -1, 0. There's matrix B. Again, A inverse B in your calculator. A inverse B. We did a great job with this on Thursday. All right, so then we skipped quite a bit here. Again, so important to know. I wrote that down for a reason. All right, so this one, you got to write out matrix A, matrix X, and B, and again, it's A inverse B. This one, 17 out of special answer. It's no solution. If we double equation 1 and subtract equation 3 from it, I believe we get 0 equals what? -2. That's no solution. You get air singular matrix, but it is important to try that and to see what your calculator will tell you. And on 18, there's matrix A, there's matrix B. Again, you write A times X equals B. You definitely need X equals A inverse B. You definitely need to write that. Again, if you want, you come after school to borrow one of my graphing calculators. 1 and 2 there writes the system that corresponds with that augmented matrix. 3 and 4, given the system, write the matrix. Again, you can use dotted line or solid line for your matrix. Just add them up, correspond them together. On 7, you're going to multiply the first matrix by 4, the second one by 3. Then you're going to add them up. On 6, you can just add them up, correspond the elements. All right. 9 and 10, find the determinant, difference of the cross products. -3 times 8 minus 5 times -4, and that is a number. 3 times -1 minus 5 times 2, that is a number. Find A inverse. Well, the determinant is 0, so there is no inverse. We'll make sure to talk about that one in class. Again, multiply the matrices or do it by hand or with the calculator. We'll talk about how we can do that in class as well. 14 is pretty easy because it's just this row times that column plot, and then off to the side, or in the other number in that row by that column. So it can actually be kind of easy to figure out. It's quicker to do by hand. All right. And I believe this is the second to last page. Solve for all the variables. Notice how 10z plus 12 would have to equal 38. And 3x minus 1 plus -4x plus 5 would have to equal 35. That's what I wrote, and that's how we get those answers. On 16, again, you'd probably want your graphing calculator. There's matrix X, there's matrix B. Just do A inverse B. So you're going to have this ready. So type in for Monday. That'd be great. We don't have that much to do on Monday, Honors Algebra 2. Matrix A, matrix B. A inverse B is your matrix X, which is your solutions for 17. Here's 18. Matrix A, matrix B. Again, matrix A is the coefficients, 1x, 1y, 1z. That's why it's 1, 1, 1. Matrix B, there's your constants. And when it's written to the right of that equal sign, they're kind of your answers. There, what each equation is equal to, that's what I mean there. All right, and finally, I believe the last page for you guys, write the system, given the augmented matrix, write the system. These are very easy. You can pause this whenever you need to. Number 4, given the system, write the matrix. 5 through 8, just add them up. 5, correspond them together. 6, correspond and add. 8, multiply by negative 5, multiply by 3, multiply by 2, and then add the matrices together. Number 9, difference of the cross products, negative 4 times 1 minus 5 times negative 2. 2 times 10 minus 5 times 1. And folks, I believe that is it. About 17 minutes here. Yes, all the others good to review, but not in your current game plan. All right, folks, this is Yak Math Videos signing out.